Ever wonder how to fit 5 photos onto a double page scrapbooking spread without it looking messy? Today I'm breaking down my process using a stick it down sketch to create a bright, festive Christmas scrapbooking layout. We're going to go full on Christmas today, and we're using bold colours, lots of paper layers and easy design tricks to document any favourite holiday memory that you have. Grab your favourite mug, hit that subscribe button and let's get crafting. Okay, straight at the desk today, and here we are working on a double page layout for Stick It Down. I've used some Scrapbook Fantasies here to create this layout, and it is their traditional Christmas range. It is bright, it is festive, it is colourful. So I thought I'd mix it up. You saw the sketch at the beginning, and here it is again right now for you. And I thought I would mix the background up a little bit because, you know, there's big bold blocks and, you know, that's just a little bit, you know, blasé for me. So I can't have just it being very plain. So this is why I'm stripping up the paper. And it looks like a lot of work going into it prior to the event, but it will work out in the long run. You watch. Isn't this red wood grain fantastic? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually build that middle layer that's in the sketch by stripping up the paper and layering it into the block. And you can see here I put the yellow in because it matches the photos a bit, and that's how I always choose my colors when I'm doing my layout, is I use my photos to guide what's going to go where on the layout and how that's best going to pick up the photos and really make them pop. So I'm putting down these 2 strips here across the top and the bottom. They are 1.5 inches in depth and 12 inches in length. So if that's what you wanted to know to put onto your layout. And this one here, this panel is 6.5 inches in width. And look at that rich red wood. Isn't it fantastic? Then I cut these papers into strips, and they are 1 3/4 in width by 8 inches on this side. And this one here is 1 3/4 and 8. The orangey, goldy, yellowy, that is 2 inches by the 8. And then I have a 1 1/4 strip by 8. And then I have the other one, which is 1 3/4 and an 1/8. And you can see here I'm nearly mixed that up there, but I want that one there, and then I want that one there. Now this is really bright and really bold and lots of patterns going on. So to tone it down when you have a page like this, bring in some white. I find that white will help to tone it down. Black will make things really pop. So I really want to tone down the wildness of the colors. I do love the paper range, but it is very bright. So by putting down this white border, and I'm using 1/4 inch strip here from white cardstock, it really brings it down, and it also breaks it up, allowing each of the pieces now to stand out and shine on their own. So you can see this little trick alone makes all the difference to your layout. So now I have the left-hand side of the page completed, and I will go off screen, and you saw how that's done. I'll go off screen and I complete the right-hand side. So there you go. And that's my left and my right. So we're going to continue on working with the photos on the left hand first. And these were taken in 2024 when my family and I went Christmas tree shopping. We went out to a new Christmas tree field that had just opened up in the local area. There's been a lot of building happening around where I live due to the new Sydney airport. And so therefore our old Christmas tree farm disappeared, and then we've had to source another one, and luckily there was a big one down the road that had started, and it was ready in 2024 to start selling trees. So we hit the field like we do, and that afternoon it was a very stormy afternoon. That was very sunny while we were there, but by the time we cut the tree, got down to pay for the tree and started to load it up in the back of my son's ute, the storm had come over. We just got home before the storm hit, which was, you know, pretty good timing, I thought, on our part. But look at those trees. Look how gorgeous they were. They were so lush, so green. That tree actually lasted us well into January in its richness and its lush foliage. So I was really impressed with that tree. I've laid down the 3 on that side, and I've used my Cricut to cut out the title tree, because on the sketch, and the sketch is by Lisa Cuneo, I have not mentioned that. So go and check out Lisa. I'll have her deets down below, as well as the stick it down details. But Lisa designed this sketch, so it's actually quite a good double sketch, and it allows for 5 photos to go on quite comfortably. Now, I'd prepped my chipboard title here, the 2024. I had already white painted it, put through a light wash over the top of it so that I could come with my white acrylic pen and colour it and give it that splash of really bright white. And white is definitely the best way to tone down your really bright colours. So now that I've done that, I can glue it onto the page. I'm having a terrible time with my my right thumb and wrist at the moment, so it's really difficult to glue. But there you go. So I've popped that down, and the title there, you can see now all those colours are now starting to tone down, which is really amazing, and it's all coming together beautifully. I love that little tag tucked in behind the photo, but at the end you'll see what we do with it to make it really, really blend in nicely. Now, I fuss around with this holly a little bit because I'm not really sure, like, do I want it or don't I want it on there? Pardon me. But I end up staying with it there, but I flip it around, and you'll see that when you in a few moments. Now, I'm going to pop this star up on some chippy strip, which is the same depth as the chipboard, and that's going to give it that little bit of dimension to the layout. And I really do like how this turns out. Sorry about that. I had a bit of a coughing fit. I had to go off. Okay, so the holly now I've put into the corner, as you can see, and I flipped it around so it fitted perfectly into the corner. Over here on the right-hand side, I started with a stack of parcels or started presents because I thought I would put that in there. But in the end, I just ended up just going with stars, and you're going to see that in a moment. I'm using my black pen to outline the outside. See the stars there and the holly? I went through there. I added the stars. I put my journaling in. I have gone around the edges. Now, I took all of that off screen. You know how to stick down things. You know how to, you've seen me do my finishing edges around the outside. I just wanted to get into the nitty gritty more of the tag that's coming up. I'm adding in my Nuvo drops here into my set of 3s strategically around the double layout so that your eye is drawn around the layout. And they're not in your normal cluster points, they're just in 3 points around the layout, and that really does make a big difference. Now, I'm sorry I can't show you the double page in one go until the end, but that's just my workspace. Now, I have the whole, I'm looking at the tag and it's just sitting there flat doing nothing for me. So I'm going to put the hole in it, and then I'm also going to bring in some thread, and we're going to dress our tag, but we're not just going to tie it and put a bow or whatever. I'm going to loop it around so it looks like it's, just hanging and being part of the layout, and it just adds that little bit of extra texture and feature to the layout. And this is really coming together quite nicely now. I'm finishing it off. You can see how the white was really, really important in this layout to bring it to bring it right down in color and to really make the photos pop. If I hadn't have added the white, the colors would have overpowered the photos, and the photos then would have been lost in the design. People often say, oh, it's so busy you can't see the photos, but that's not true. If you have a nice busy layout, you can still see the photos if you mat it properly or you choose your color scheme well. The problem with some people's, when they say things like that, I think it's because they haven't matched their colors and their fade, and their photos fade by the colors in the layout. Whereas here you can see the white really allows it to pop out. And despite what's going on with all those patterns in the background and all of the colors that's happening in the background, the photos really still are the masterpiece of the page. So that's what I always try to do when I'm doing my layouts, to make sure that the photo colors match the papers, but I use the tones of and shades of white and black to really make them pop. And you can see that that has worked really well here. There are lots of colors on this layout, but they all come from the photo in some way. And that is why it works. That is why the photos still say front and center, and you get a really good image. I love how these double pages come together. Lisa has done an excellent sketch at Stick It Down. There's still time for you to come over and join us for the month. Come and show us your take on the double sketch. Love for you to share your work over on my page, and don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that you like what I'm doing. And if you're new to my channel, I hope I've done enough for you to subscribe. I'm really close to that 1,000 now, and I really do appreciate each and every single one of you. Thanks for coming back again, and here's my next video for you. I'll see you over there real soon, and don't forget, stay creative, friends.